Arm around you and love you. He knows when to kick you in the behind to get you going. And a lot of times, Mike, we've seen him kick his best, most talented players out the door. They don't play there anymore. So he has a great pulse. But now all of that is great, but they've got to get over the hump. You mentioned 4 or 5 years, wild card loss. The consistency is great, but there's some rumblings in Pittsburgh now, Mike. Can they get over the hump? And I think this is a big year and still a big question mark at the quarterback position.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Steelers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, here's a handoff. They brought down inside the 25. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run. And a nice run and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. 3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll try and run it here with Warren. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to pick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 18-yard.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. 3rd and long.
Incomplete. T.J. Watt on the coverage.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught left side by Taylor. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-7 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. It is 3rd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A 53-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
For a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Steelers' 49-yard line.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Here's a third and 10.
To Breece Hall. No gain on the play. It's third and 10.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Gain of 14 yards. And the Jets first down.
They'll look to... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
17.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. A tough spot here. Third and long.
Brings up third and 11.
A ball deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Intended for
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass-heavy, they're the spread attack with the unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, a quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch rate.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Absolutely.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Here's Austin McNamara now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I bail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable.
He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And the Jets come up with the takeaway.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
That one, oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he won't get away. Good offensive tackle there to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 11.
There on the coverage.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick with the New York Jets.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And it's caught. It's Mitchell. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jets 1st down.
It's 1st down, and it's paused. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but Really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Steelers first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
They'll look to throw again. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Steelers first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Steeler first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 4-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A loss of a yard on the
We
play.
typically see the big guys up front, Mike, make plays at the line. But every so often, he's able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Steelers.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To the 45. And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
And the Jets.
Another run here with Hall. He's to the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side and taken in by Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle is made just shy of the 30.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. they'll set up to throw. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And he will score. And Ryan Mitchell, touchdown Jets. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves balling.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now, faking the give. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Steelers first down.
He'll look to throw. Metcalf left side. He's got it. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 6.
39-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing now from the gun. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Jets first down.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He finds Wilson coming across the field. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
23 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
On the ground for the first time. This is Khalil Herbert. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. They come up for second and 2.
Second and 2.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. He'll swing this one out to home. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Here we go. First and goal. Hall. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Austin now to return this. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Complete to DK Metcalf.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
First down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Here comes 2nd down.
To Freiermuth. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout. And that one incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Yards to go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
The kick is good.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking off, and he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take off again. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout. He takes off. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. We'll see how they want to play this. It's third down. Back to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
They'll keep it on the ground and knock him down up beyond the 30. They'll come up for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.